You think you chose your favorite brand, your favorite song, your favorite food. You didn't. See, our choices are not made consciously, they're made through what we are exposed to more often. This is known as the mere exposure effect, and it is one of the most powerful forces in the human operating system. The mere exposure effect simply says what we are exposed to more often, we like more. You see this every day. A stranger becomes a friend. A song you hated becomes familiar. See, the brain isn't designed to pick the best outcome for us, it is designed to keep us safe. And what keeps us safe is what we were exposed to yesterday. Because yesterday we survived. So if we're exposed to it today, odds are we will survive again. So the more you're exposed to the same things, the more they become familiar, the more the brain registers them as safe. There have been a lot of studies that show the mere exposure effect. One, I'm sure you're familiar with, how most people like their mirror image actually more than their photo image. Well, in a study in 1997, they did this. They showed participants their mirror image and their photo image. Most of the participants preferred their mirror image, whereas their friend preferred the photo image closer to what they actually look like. In another study in 1985, they flashed shapes faster than the conscious mind could recognize. When asked which shapes were flashed, the participants couldn't do it. But when asked which shape they preferred, 60% of the time it matched the shape that was flashed. In a study in 2025, participants were shown fictitious news headlines. The more they were shown these headlines, the more it ended up changing their personal opinions and eventually voting preferences. So, as can be shown, familiarity is registered as safe, and safe in the brain is registered as good. Let me make this personal. Without the mere exposure effect, I thought my choices were just me because, well, I was born that way. I will give you my most recent example of quitting caffeine. There was nothing on this earth that I loved more than waking up every day, probably like you, with a couple cups of coffee. But one day I decided I wasn't going to let an external substance control me. So I put the coffee maker in the cabinet. My brain fought me for a long time, but by not seeing it, first thing in the morning when I wake up, I made it a possibility. And now here I am today, 200 days clean of caffeine. Now, the idea of having caffeine doesn't make me feel alive and energized. It makes me feel decoherent. So, how do you make the mere exposure effect work for you? First of all, you want to make it obvious. Whatever you want to be, put that in the front. Whatever you don't want to be, put that in the back. If you want to go to the gym more often, put the gym clothes in the front of the closet. If you want to stop snacking, put the snacks in the back of the cupboard. The next step is make it daily. If we look for life to give us time to do the things we want, it won't happen. There's always something that will get in the way. But if we make it daily, we find the time because it's registered as safe. So if you want to schedule a new habit, you need to set that time for that habit and that habit only. The last step, make it small. Starting is energy expensive. Our brain hates starting a new task. You probably have seen this. If you're watching TV, you want to continue watching TV. If you're doing a task at work, you probably want to continue doing that task at work. Because switching tasks is energy expensive. So if you just make it small and tell your brain you're not going to work out for an hour, you're going to work out for 5 minutes, or you're not going to write a chapter, you're just going to write a paragraph, it carries. The momentum you build will carry. And eventually, you will have completed your hour workout or your chapter without you knowing. Our choices are not what we like, they're a prison of familiarity. This is one cheat code. There are many more. New episodes drop every Sunday. So if you're tired of being controlled by life, if you're tired of living life on autopilot, if you're ready to stop being a simulation and actually start running the simulator, stick around. Our next cheat code will drop next Sunday. Let's keep hacking the simulation.